Welcome back, everybody. That was a little bit disappointing. There we go. Hold on. Okay, perfect. So we are back, and everything seems to be working. So basically, yeah, I did a little bit of an analysis on a deal in Santa Barbara, but I'll give you the bottom line on it here. Hold on. Let's make sure everything's still working. Let's see here. Okay, we'll pull it up again. One sec. Okay, looks like everything's good to go. Good. All right, perfect. So all systems are go. Great. Thank you for coming back. Sorry you had to deal with that. So, and then we'll answer some questions in the live here really quick. Let me just give you the bottom line on this. I analyzed this deal in Santa Barbara while I was talking to myself. Actually kind of disappointing. We haven't had a disconnect in quite a while, in like 3 or 4 weeks, which was great. So we were analyzing this deal in Santa Barbara that was actually a pretty, in my opinion, pretty decent deal. The Santa Barbara, as we probably all can imagine, can be pretty dang expensive. So I'm going to pull up that link one more time here, CLD Design. So we'll go ahead and start with that. And there we go. I'm going to pull up the chat so I can actually see all this time while I'm looking at it again. Perfect. Yeah. All right. Okay, good. So here's the deal. And minimize this. All right. Now we're back in action. All right. So here's the deal in Santa Barbara. This is a 3 and 2. It's 1349 square feet. I really like this. It's built in 1954. It's pretty original. I mean, throughout the windows are original. It has the original linoleum. The carpet's not high quality. The roof actually looks pretty decent though. So that could make it a little bit wedgy because you've got this decent roof. You could check out what the heating is like. This is actually a room over the garage, which is a little bit interesting. And this place is going for $899. The comps that I was looking at, my favorite was actually this for $779. You get a property that's 350 square feet smaller as a 2-in-1, and it sold for $779. I would use this to write a lower offer. It makes me want to be closer to probably 850. So that's sort of my low. But then I'm pulling up my value. I mean, this is a 800 sale, but it's from early 2017. I mean, this is like a 2016 sale, so it doesn't matter. What we really wanted to hang our hats on was this, in my opinion. This was about 100 square feet more. It indicated it was remodeled, and it sold for 915. So to me, this we don't have any pictures of it, but the fact that it says it was remodeled for 915 says in order for us to really get a wedge on this, we probably have to get our subject property here for a good amount and less. Now, there are some fully highly remodeled sales in this area that start going for $1,050,000. It's possible they start leaving that area a little bit. So I think $899 is a bit pricey on this particular deal. I'd probably be trying to go, 850 or below, to see if we can, get that one moving and get a better deal on that. So and GPU died. Honestly, I have no idea. If the GPU dies, usually this guy just totally freezes, but it was still up and going. So I have no idea why the last stream froze. I'm so sorry about that. When you buy a wedge, which is also frustrating because like I'd rather know why it froze because then I could fix it. But anyway, okay. My finance question follow up from last week is ready with new options on the rate sheet. Oh, okay, awesome, cool. We'll check that out. So I got to get through some deals, and then I'll gladly do some finance options. Though I see Kevin has an image of my apartment complex. That's hilarious, streaming. Of course, when you buy a wedge deal, can you fix it while you live in the house? Yeah, totally. In fact, that's how I started. Then again, the place that I bought the very first time didn't have a kitchen and bathroom, so we probably spent 2 months fixing it up before moving into it. Then we moved into it and sort of did the leftover stuff. Usually the goal is you want to get a bathroom ready. You want to try to get like paint and flooring in, try to get your kitchen in, and then maybe you save the next bathroom if you can. If you can do it all at one time, great. That's obviously ideal. But if you don't have cash to fix it right away, then don't get too much of a fixer-upper. HELOC, I love home equity lines of credit. Honestly, it just depends if it makes sense to refinance. It depends on your current rate. So, yeah, I actually, JD, it's not a bad idea. I usually watch my own live stream on this particular one. I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea to pull it up on the side on like even on an iPhone or something like that, quite frankly. So let's see here. What about if it's cosmetic, like retouch? Yeah, totally. You could totally handle that while you're in there. So let's see. The county might not. Yeah, and usually the county doesn't know if a property is too messed up. I mean, a property has to be red tagged for you not to be able to live in it. And I'll tell you, there are a lot of properties that should be red tagged that are not red tagged. Moving to a new city, how long should I take to get to know the area before investing in a residential unit? I mean, I'd start hunting for deals right away, but it's probably going to take you a month or two to really figure out what's valuable. So I found a neighborhood that is a B, but the schools are 2 out of 10. Ooh, yeah, I mean that's low. I don't know why. Geez, I don't know. Hey, Fluffy, set it up. Yeah, I 2 out of 10's low. It wouldn't make me happy as a tenant if I had kids. I mean, like I get frustrated when I see 6 out of 10, right? So okay, Kevin, I know you're against buying commercial property with a future gentrification, but are you against buying single family homes that are new construction in gentrified areas? No, not at all. I actually think while you're not buying a wedge deal when you're buying new construction, there's actually a great opportunity to just get into real estate with new construction because you can start house hacking day one and you have 10-year builder warranties. And yes, I'll be going to FinCon. It's like honestly, it's like a 25-minute thing at FinCon, and like I have to travel to DC for it. And I'm like, I'd much rather be here and just do streams with y'all. Sell me my hat. Actually, whoever's moving to Santa Barbara, they could go buy my hat. That's where I got it, was in Santa Barbara. So, okay, let's keep going. CLD, check start of part two. This isn't really a deal, but here it goes. My wife and I are relocating our family. We want to keep our current house as a rental. We bought new construction. We plan on staying for at least 15 years. Wow, that's a long time. And we put down a deposit. The house will be completed early December. My question is due to volatility. If the new house is potentially valued less than today's purchase price, is it possible to renegotiate the price? All right, let's talk about this. JG, responding around 7 min in live part two. In short, yes. The odds of it happening probably low, but I mean, you would have to see a substantial decline in property values to really be able to swing that. So if there's a substantial decline, you have to also evaluate, like, does it make more sense to just walk away from your deposit? And quite frankly, the builder doesn't want to sue you for your deposit in most states. So generally, they'll just give you your money back, and oftentimes you can use that as leverage to renegotiate. But yeah, as JD says, it could be impossible unless you're willing to really put your deposit at risk, which I'd be open to doing. Look, if I put 20 grand down on a $500,000 house and then it was worth 450, I'd be like, yo, it doesn't make sense. Like, I'll walk and go buy something else at 450. And quite frankly, and then you say, and sue me for the 20 grand. I'm not giving it to you, because usually they still have to sue you, but check your contracts. So because it gets held in escrow oftentimes. Price negotiate if the builder already has the money, then you're screwed. Price negotiated at 288. Is this a good deal? Let's find out, Harry. Oh, wait a minute, Harry. I thought we looked at this one, didn't we? Harry, I think you posted this in deal analysis escrow. So good for you. Okay. So okay. Let's see. Keep reading here. Okay. Hey guys, I found a house. I was wondering if you guys could give me some feedback. That's what we're here for. So that sounded lame. Like listening to myself. Well, I'm not really, but I'm imagining myself. Okay, responding around 8, 9 minutes in. All right, let's see here in part two. Part two. Keep the chat up here. So, and yeah, I'll definitely pull up that financing sheet too. I just want to get through some deals. So, Lawtown, Oklahoma. So let's take a peek. I'm keeping the chat up this time too. It's so frustrating talking to yourself when you're analyzing a deal. I mean, I guess I do that in real life when I analyze deals, but it's in my head and I don't have to talk. So here's the deal we're looking at. $205,000. This is cute. I mean, wow. I like, this is a nice facade, honestly. This must be newer construction. That's some nice molding. Get rid of this black wall. But this is beautiful. I mean, this is potentially an over improved deal, which does put you at risk for overpaying for this property. But I like this. I mean, this is very move-in ready. This is cool. So 205, but then again, you're also talking smaller price range here, built in 2009. So sometimes it's like, okay, well, what am I going to get? Like a $10,000 wedge? I mean, like I would obviously try to get a bigger wedge, but let's see what we got in value. So the place is listed for 205. Let's zoom into the actual comps here. So here's our neighborhood. It is, this is on Northwest, okay, whatever, Bracy. Here it is. It's on this street. And let's draw, is that right? Did Bracy? Okay, they spelled it with one word over there. That's fine. Okay, so that's right. Okay, apply. So now we want our square footage. This square footage is 1,700, so we're gonna have to modify this from what we were looking at in Santa Barbara to, what was this, 1,700? Okay, so we'll go up to 2,000. We'll go 1,500 to 2,000 on this particular deal. And let's find it. Wow. Wow, look how low these competing sales are. I mean, there you go. I mean, it's just like, I hate to say it, but at 205, this is the most expensive deal on the block. This is what happens with these over-improved properties. People think they can get massive amounts of money, but honestly, I wouldn't touch this deal. I'd like, if I could buy the same square footage for $71,000 in a similar area, I mean, when was this built? Even if it's older, I don't care. Like, that's a lot of freaking money. Built in 77. That's not even that old. Oh, this one's a full-on fit. Ooh, there's your wedge deal. I mean, seriously, there's your wedge deal. You could spend 50 grand on this place, and it's probably worth more. But let's, especially if you could get it for less. But no, I mean, let's look at the actual sales here. You got 1,700 square foot properties selling in 2017 for 136. What is that? 800. How did that? That's got to be like an apartment building, honestly. 1,500 square feet over here. This is, oh, here we go. Here's a ooh, wow. Look at this. $124,000 on a completely remodeled home. That's 1,733 square feet. And this is listed for 205. No way. I wouldn't touch this deal with a 10-foot pole. I'd rather buy something like this where it's totally remodeled from 76. But there are no comps to substantiate this one. As beautiful as it is, I can't recommend it. So, I have a client friend with 500K in equity, owes 430. Neighbor just sold for 930. Best advice for him. Yeah, I love the comment. He should buy the course. Yeah. I mean, you have to evaluate your income to determine if you want to refinance or do a HELOC. All of us should know to consider. Always remember, your job is your easiest way to build wealth through real estate right now. And I say right now because obviously the goal is always to get out of our jobs in the future, but our jobs are our ability to say, you know what, we're going to qualify for debt, we're going to pay off debt, or maybe not pay off debt, but we're going to attract more debt, take out larger loans to be more aggressive in real estate. It all depends on our incomes. All right. Oh, cool. Nightspeed. Use this website to determine if the railway is mainline or branch line. That's cool. Let's try it. Let's see if it works. Okay, so this is called openrailwaymap.org. Let's do the Ventura one because when we analyzed that deal, we talked Ventura. So let's see what we got. Oh, no, I want Ventura. Like, does this have Ventura, California? East Ventura. Okay, here we go. So how does this work? This is a fascinating map. I mean, honestly, not that big of a fan of buying near any kind of railway. But what is this? Lane reference. What is it? Oh, branch line, main line. Oh, fascinating. Oh, how cool. And then what is this? Siding yard track. Ah, because see, this is the particular neighborhood that we were talking about last time, right here, Santa Paula Branch. Oh, that's funny. This is a really cool website. I like it a lot. I'm gonna have to remember this. Open Railway. I don't think there's any way I'm gonna remember that. But this is great. Good. Thank you for posting that. Seriously, this is a great tool for anybody. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna post it somewhere. I'm gonna post it under Kevin Alerts. Use this if you're anywhere close to a railway. There we go. We're posting that under Kevin Alerts. Great tool. Seriously, that's a good find. All right. I had a fourplex that consists of a what is this? I had a fourplex that consists of a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, and then it had two 2-bedroom, 1 baths, and then a one-bedroom, 1 bath, bringing around 5,100 per month. Market rent can bring around 7K per month. Asking price is 1 mil around Oakland, California. It's been on the market for 2 months. Hamad, what's up, man? I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you out here. So let's check it out. And then JD, you're next after that. So check 15 min in part 2. So let's look at this fourplex. $1,000,000. Yeah, let's share the screen here. So make sure everything's still alive. Yeah, put it in my notes, right? Built in 1960. Okay, so that's not bad. So let's take a peek. Well, let's start with the location. Oops. Always start with that location. So what do we got? Oakland. I mean, I think we all know Oakland's a little bit of kind of a developing area. Things can evolve pretty quickly. So I am not going to be able to tell you, obviously, which neighborhoods are gentrifying first out here. But let's see what you got. Venetian Cafe. Italy, they're having fun with their government. Although surprisingly, their market doesn't seem too concerned about the fact that their market's like going nuts. Yeah, I mean, I could totally see this being an area that's totally going to be up and coming, especially right outside of San Francisco. I mean, that place is just booming, quite frankly. Okay, cool. So it's not in like an abnormal location. Don't have it yet, but really, not. Oh, okay. JD, yeah, you still want me to look at that deal, right? Okay, so inside the deal is got some upgrades, original cabinets in a lot of places, original hardwood flooring. That's cool. The bathrooms have some upgrades. You could refinish some of this hardwood flooring, but I wouldn't do any more than that. I like that it has dual pane windows already. That's good. So the trick for this, because I do like it. The trick for this, and it's hard for me to do because it's harder for me to find multifamily comps on this. But here's what I would do. Let's do the math really quick on the gross rent multiplier and the net operating income and cap rate. But what I want you to do is I want you to take those numbers and I want you to compare them to closed deals in your area, because you always have to remember on multifamily, you're not looking at actual comps in terms of what they sold for. You're looking at what the market GRM is and the market cap rate is. Watch those lectures if that's confusing, but we're going to do it together here. So we'll be able to show it off. So you posted what the rents are. So we're going to go ahead and use it. We'll go ahead and use your data. So let me just pull your numbers quickly again here. And then JD, I will read your comments since technically your deal is next if you do still want me to look at it. So it's currently bringing around 5,100 a month, but it can bring in around 7K plus. It's priced around $1 million. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with 7K flat. I'd prefer you adjust these numbers to be more conservative, but let's do the numbers with 7K flat together. So here we go. So 7K flat, let's just pull the chat here so we have this. So 7K flat, let's do this. Remember, I always like to use my own little new spreadsheet every time I look at a deal. So we've got income of 7,000 per month, which means the gross rent multiplier. Well, let's just do price. Let's throw that in here as well. Price. Let's say you could get this thing for 950 because right now they dropped it below $1 million as well. So that means our gross rent multiplier is the income times 12. So let's do that really quick. So you always take your gross income times 12. There we go. 84,000 is our gross. And then we're going to divide the purchase price by the gross rent. And we've got an 11.3 gross. I mean, that actually, I get that's an 11 in California is usually a sign of a developing area, which maybe this is a developing area in Oakland. But 11 is pretty low in California, which is good. You want your gross rent multiplier to be lower because it's going to make your cap rate higher. NOI, what we're going to do is we're going to take your income, multiply it by 0.65 to pull off our expense ratio. That's going to give us a net operating income of about $54,000, which makes our cap rate $54,000 divided by the price, or about 5.7%. That's very, very, very good. Let's change the numbers to what the rents are now of about $5,500. So it's going for a market gross rent of about 14.3, cap of about 14.5. To me, those numbers are excellent for California, but compare. Because if you got a bunch of, and I like the building. The building seems very functional. So I like the deal, Hamad. But do look around, because if you're having, if things are selling for less, well, then you have your answer. Okay, don't have it yet, but I've really not entirely convinced my net worth has been declining. Okay, let's see, keep bouncing around between going back to manufacturing or becoming a real estate agent. JD, do you like any kind of programming or engineering as well? Like, I feel like you'd be like a good electrical engineer too. Yes, look at it. You can work for Tesla. I hear they need some help installing solar panels. Serious on that, honestly. Like, I think if somebody wanted to be a solar panel installer or like a supervisor for Tesla right now, they would probably be interested in paying good sums. So, sorry, forgot to mention it is for hold and rent rental comps are 1950. Tate, which deal are you referring to? Your name might not match up on YouTube as with Discord. So, JD says, I have a potential off-market deal. My friend's father passed. The proceeds of the sale will split equally 3 ways between him and his sisters. He wants to renovate it to maximize the gain. He's been a general contractor, but his sister, the executive of the estate or executor, refuses. He thinks of doing it FISBO, so I could go in without much competition. Yeah, you could take it directly to escrow, honestly. Been 7 to 8 months and they still have not moved all the items out. That's so common. So common. I mean, what a waste of money just having that place sitting there empty, honestly. They need to get this thing sold so they can move it. From the sound of it, it's a dated condition. They may sell for 350 to 4, but very hard to tell. Comps are hard on this one with very few sales nearby. I don't like that. Anytime you have few comps nearby, it's risky. Anything, I mean, like on Tuesday, we had deals from Maine. Somebody posted a deal from Maine, and that frustrated me a little bit, because it's like I can't get comps and in that particular area, and I don't like that because it makes me nervous if I can't get comps. I'm speculating. He thinks if he were allowed to put 30K in, they might be able to sell for 600K. Dated in the Seattle area. This would be my primary for many years. Okay. And then you'd want to get more into a rural area. Since they bought it in 80, they converted the garage to a bedroom and built a 2,500 square foot shop in the back. Oh, that's pretty cool for you. All right. Let's look at the deal. So, how do you say that? Snohomish? Snohomish? I'm going to go with that. Oh, wait. You gotta keep the chat up. I learned that. Okay, so where are we? So above Echo Lake, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to find comps over here. Yeah, I feel like I can already tell comps are gonna be something else. 3 and 1, I don't like that as much. I would much rather have a 3 and 2. It's just functionally obsolete these days. And so we're going to have to use 3 and 1 comps, which let me go back to the screen in just a second here. But definitely some functional obsolescence on a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. Yeah, 1,300 square feet, though, is decent. Okay, so we're over here somewhere. Well, it was Woods Road, right? Yeah, Woods Place. Okay, yeah, there it is. Okay, so it's over here. So we're going to this is going to be tough. Let's see if we can get any comps. We'll go 1,000 to 1,500 on the. Honestly, I'm gonna have to go bigger. I'm gonna have to widen the range because this is going to be a little bit more complicated, is my guess. Okay, so a 3 and 2 is going for 500K in 2018, and it's kind of dated. But honestly, if it's a 3 and 2 and it has like a shop as well, there's no way he's getting 6 remodeled on a 3 and 1. That's over here. Let's see what the lot size was, because yours was half an acre. This is half an acre as well. Yeah, so no way 600 on remodeled for a 3-in-1. So what is this? This has a video walkthrough. I don't really. Oh, good. Here's a recent comp. 3-in-2. Yep. See, 3-in-2, 575. I mean that roof looks newer, but I can't tell if it's remodeled or not. Yeah, superior quality home. Well, there you go. New paint, new this, new that, whatever. Uh, so that's gonna hurt you with 3-in-1 sales. Here's a 3-in-1 sale. Here's a 3-in-1 sale. These are all old. Really wish I could find a recent. Here's a recent 3-in-1. Good, 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 good. Recent 3-in-1, similar age. Yes, similar lot size. Was like ding, 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 ding here. Similar lot size, 3-bedroom, 1 bath in the same city, in the same area. Living room feature, blah, 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 blah. Okay, beautiful. I mean, we don't have pictures of this. Pull this one up on the MLS because this is going to have, this is your best comp right here. Unless there's something abnormal about the location. It's a 3-in-1 sold for 530, which means, yeah, if you could get this thing for under 4, you're getting a deal. That is good. That's a really good comp right there. So if you could get it for 350 to 4, love it. Love it, JD. Now, yeah, that's a really, really good one. Okay, thanks for the pronunciation there. So sorry, I forgot to mention. Okay, hold on. Did I miss the part about where you had the opinion about what you? Yeah, I did mention that. So scroll back a little bit. Yeah. So okay. Debating electrician or plumber. Honestly, you could like be a journeyman and learn that pretty quickly. Maybe your hazmat contractor. You do that. Hey Kevin, I've been looking hard for a wedge deal. The problem is that all the wedge deals in my area are REO with issues that would not qualify for an FHA loan. Usually, I mean, you can get these things to qualify. Give me some examples of why they're not qualifying. And oftentimes, you could just convince sellers to let them, to let you do some repairs in the actual deal to qualify. Surprisingly, the appraisers, they're not super, they're not oftentimes like gonna kill your deals. Yeah, you can usually get through that stuff. Okay, I'm new to Discord. All right, let's check it out. Okay. Responding around. What are we in? 40. Let's see, 42 minus. Okay, 27 minute. 27 minute into part 2. Okay, so we're looking at this deal here. What is this? Message you on IG. Yeah, like that's a bad idea. I'm new to Discord. That's a good idea. So hoping I can get a hang of this. Anyway, to get my deal, I'm working on my deal with a realtor to potentially secure a deal unit with 1 room plus 2 washroom, den, 750 square feet, pre-construction for 420. This is in Toronto. My realtor's telling me it's a good deal according to the current market. Condos are selling anywhere between 500 to 700K. If it's pre-construction, you're paying market value. You're not paying under market value on new construction. Rarely, especially if it's tract. As for renting, I will be cash flowing $300 per month. I mean, if you can cash flow $300 a month in Toronto, that sounds awesome. How much are you putting down? For the first year, the realtor tells me I don't need to get a mortgage, but will do paperwork to sign a 1-year occupancy closing. This is interesting. The realtor's going to help you rent it. I don't really understand what you've got going on. You don't have an address here. My realtor tells me international students, especially. Okay, so it's going to be a brand new condo. You're not going to get a loan on it for the first year, but then you're going to put 10% down on the deal. Oh, there you go. I'm reluctant to tie up so much money on one deal. I mean, it sounds good. Look, if you can put 10% down on a brand new condo, uh, and cash flow $300, I like it. But I'm skeptical of a few things. 1, I'm skeptical that you're getting it under market value. 2, I'm skeptical that you can actually rent it for that cash flow. If you have to rent it to unqualified college students, that's bad. Figure out what qualified people are paying for this. With 10% down to have a cash flow, you probably have to rent to unqualified people. I do not like that. I would much rather see you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That look, I should have read this. Like the very next comment in the Discord was, "This sounds too good to be true." Bingo. I'm tagging that. Honestly, like that's how it feels. Contact property manager. Not feeling that. Something's odd. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any real difference between Stainmaster and Life Proof, honestly. I mean, compare the warranties, but yeah. Took me 6 months living okay, please hold on. What is this? Considering doing a Matterport as both a side hustle and a way to document a property condition. Cool. It's easy. Real estate agents need to capture available 6 to 12 months, but the rental condition, the time frame is indefinite. Yeah, yeah, it is. Please touch on the ongoing costs. I mean, look, it's just something you have to build into your prices. You know, if a property manager wants you to keep hosting it, have them pay the hosting costs plus a little bit of profit for you, right? So you get some residual um, income. Pete, did you post your refinance question here? Yes, you did. Trying to refinance out of my hard money loan. Is it possible to renovate the property so it appraises high and somehow that provides me the opportunity to exit the loan? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So renovating it is going to increase your value on refinance appraisal. But remember, even though you want to, I mean, like you're having trouble qualifying now, which is why you're going hard money. If you renovate it and then you try to qualify for more money, but you can't qualify now, that's risky. I'm still worried about you doing that hard money loan. You told me your lender says he's confident you can refinance. I mean, your lender seems like he's got a great tight connection with you. I like that. So I would ask him, like, am I going to be able to qualify? If he's confident, good. But then it also always makes me wonder, like, why can't you qualify now? Like, what's going to change in the next 3 months with your situation? You know what I mean? I mean, I like that you could get the deal faster doing the hard money. I think that might be one of the reasons you're doing it. Okay, would love for you to help analyze this deal duplex. Both units are currently rented for 775, but could easily rent for 850. Always keep in mind that when we do that, could easily rent for more. Check with the property manager. See how easy it really is. So checking your deal 31 min in. Okay, see what we got. Great income property. Duplex located close to these schools. Experienced or new investors. Oh, sorry. I'm tired. I need a coffee. All right. Dual pane windows. Love seeing dual pane windows on duplexes, honestly, because like it wouldn't make sense for you to do dual pane windows. I don't dig the way they have the landscape in the front and the the chain link fence. Not a fan of that and that stupid tree stump they have in the front. Like I would clean that up before you try to rent it for more. It doesn't give like the best curb appeal for your tenants wanting to stay there. What was the unit mix again? Because unit mix is another thing that concerns me. See, Hamad's deal had a decent unit mix. This one, you said the unit mix is. Oh, you didn't tell me. Oh, wait, hold on. It says it's a 4 bedroom, so it's they're probably two 2-in-1s. Okay, that's okay. And let's just do we have the spreadsheet up. So let's just do that. Let's just steal it. So we have income right now of $1,500 on a price of 200,000. I should have this spreadsheet up all the time. This is too easy. This is freaking awesome. But I mean, whatever. This is such an easy spreadsheet to do. So same advice goes for you. At current rents, you're at about an 11 for gross rents, which to me is a signal of being in a developing area or in an area that has declining population sometimes. So be careful of that. What is this? El Centro CA population. Okay, still on. Okay, good. I mean, the population's been bobbing, but it's a smaller town. Definitely a smaller town. What county is this? Imperial County? Let's see. Imperial County. I mean, pretty much everything in California goes up. Yeah, okay. Okay, so you're kind of inland on the border over here, a couple borders. Okay. Yeah, I mean, okay, so check what the market gross rents are. Do the same math that we have for gross rent multiplier and cap rate, which right now we've got your deal at full price at a gross rent, current market rents at 11 and 5.85. Look at what other deals are selling in your area and compare it to those other deals. But I do like it. I like that it's 2-in-1s. I think you have an opportunity to clean up the front. So I do like it. Okay. Yep, no problem, JD. Can you check out a listing for me? I'm thinking about it. Yeah, go ahead and post it, Anthony, if you wouldn't mind. Please let me know if this is a deal. Tate, would you mind posting that in the deal analysis just so I could get you in order? Hey, posted my deal in the analysis chat. I attend college next door to this home. Was thinking about house hacking, but want to get your opinion on the deal. Yeah, I think I'm actually progressing pretty well here on this. What do we have next? We have financial freedoms. Is there a way to get email notifications? Master of none. I believe there is. There should be a way. Should be a way to enable notifications in your settings so you could get notifications of these live streams because I tag everyone. Usually when everybody gets tagged, you should be able to see it. So I still got a few deals to go. So let me jump into financial. Yeah, no kidding. And then we'll get your finance numbers. We'll end with your finance numbers. So okay, Houston, Texas. We got a Houston, Texas deal. Who posted this? Financial Freedom. Okay. At Financial Freedom. Responding around, what do we got? 35 men in part 2. So let's see here. I might not be able to get to everybody today, but I'm going to try my best, especially for you folks that are here in the live. I want to definitely help all of you. So Madison Oak Street, this place is listed for rent. But can you analyze this deal? My friend bought this place and is putting it on the market. 17 days on the market, has some price reduction. He's putting it on the market for rent. It's a 3 and 2. So let's see. It's a decent size. Where's Zillow? Here's Zillow. Okay, so 2,600 square feet. Built. When was this built? It looks newer. This is like a 90s, right? More facts. Why does it not tell me the year built? Oh, here, 2006. Oh, good. Even better. Even better. And there we go. So let's find your deal. Run the comps on it. So now we have a tract home here. And we want everything. Where's Madison Oak Street, first of all? So we gotta find it. Step 1, locate the property. Okay, here it is. So this is our neighborhood. And wow, big old tract here. So we should have honestly no issue doing comps. And this was like 2,700 square feet, right? Yeah, 2,600. Okay, so we're gonna go 3,000 to 2,500. And we only want sales. So we should have plenty, honestly, here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we got new construction at 202. Wait, but how much is it? How much were they trying to get for it? I know that's for rent, so I can't really compare to what their asking price is. So I guess I'll just have to look at the actual cost. See, the problem is Texas doesn't report all the sold data. But I mean, look, here's a very recent comp, and here's that's not so recent. That one doesn't have sales data. Freaking Texas trying to hide their property taxes. I get it. I mean, good for them. So here's a place built in 2003. This is probably the best comp that we could find right now. It's a little bit larger, and it's move-in ready. It's got some crazy colors in some areas, which might hurt the value a little bit, but honestly, this is pretty move-in ready. I wouldn't call this a wedge deal. That's 189. Yours should probably not be more than 160, given that it's a little bit older. So if yours, especially with new construction at 203, I probably wouldn't pay more than 160 for that deal. And that's probably honestly paying relatively close to market value for it. So next up, Solar Mat. Solar Mat, got one that's been on the market for a while. Got to tour it and nothing seems too bad. Current rents are low. It's a $1,000 for the 2-bedroom and $950 for the 1-bed. Would 310 to 315 make this exciting? Well, let's find out. So remember, for any kind of duplex, you really got to find those duplex comps, which you're always welcome to post the duplex comps for me. It's just near impossible for me to pull them up because we don't have access to your MLS. So you always want to ask your realtor, hey, provide me comps on these. I will say, I don't like the location. So look at this. I do not like it in terms of the road that it's on. So it's way up here, which is kind of cool. But I don't like that it's on Swan River here. This is a pretty big old street. Now, I don't know what the traffic's like, Let's see. Eh. I mean, it's a road. It's gonna be busy. And they painted it. Okay, I mean that's cool. But okay, so beyond okay, Shannon's starting to talk to me here. So let's look at the pictures here. So and we can also punch your numbers in here really quickly. This is let's say you could get it for $315,000, and your income that you said and Solar Mat we're responding around what are we responding at 15 40 minutes in 40 min into part 2. So this deal you're looking at maybe 1950 in rent. So checking your I mean this for being on a busy road this feels a little expensive in my opinion. I don't know though. 4.8 cap, 13.4 gross rent. I don't know that there's been an adequate compensation factor for being on a busy road here. So it's something to keep in mind. And not a fan of the busier road, and especially somebody stole the street sign, it looks like. But overall, looks like you got a newer furnace, dual paned windows. The property itself doesn't seem bad. Oh, that's kind of cool. You're actually close to the beach here. When was this built? 1970. It's not bad. I mean, I'm not opposed to the actual property itself. I like that it's a duplex. I like the look of it. The condition of it seems fine with the dual paned windows built at 70. Not so concerned about it. Solely concerned about the location. You can't change that. So let's see. Okay, yeah. Okay, you guys are talking about where deal analysis is. Tate, just so you can see it here on the screen, when you open up Discord, you go over here to deal analysis. And you can kind of see I'm working my way down these deals. Where's Kevin? Where's your, oh, Kevin, your deal's way down here. Crap, you just posted it, buddy. It's all right. We'll see what I can do for you. Let's see. We talked about this house before when it was 340. Okay, so we talked about this before. Let's look at it. So let's look at ramblings. Rambling. We are going, what is this? 41 min into part 2. We talked about this house before when it was at 340 to offer 315 to 326 weeks ago. Last week, the bank lowered it to 315 as a short sale. I want to put an offer in at 300, but got declined today. Should I make a counter offer? No, my agent visited the house this Sunday. He says we found it's been winterized. That's fine. The plumbing's been winterized. AC vents inside are rusty. That's not a big deal. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I love that it's a short sale. What I would do is I would get that deal in escrow, and short sales are going to be more likely, not always, but sometimes the short sale banks will be more likely to drop their price once you actually get in escrow and you do some inspections. So that's what I would do. I would lock this thing up though. I mean, if that's what we thought the value was and that's where it is now, lock it up, man. Just go 310, see if they'll go 310, and then try to renegotiate once you actually get it into contract. The banks are a little bit more flexible sometimes, not always. And then I'm gonna have to catch up on questions. I know I've got some catching up to do. Looking at a triplex, 2-3 bed, 1 baths. Rents are $700, but the market rent is this. List price is $150, been on the market 7 days. Looks like it needs about 30K over. I'm out of state, so I don't know it well, but the price, it seems like a no-brainer. Mystery Traveler, be careful, my friend. Responding around, what are we in? 58 minus 15. There we go, 43 minutes in. Oh, of course, yeah, 43 minutes in. Okay, so I am not a big fan of buying stuff out of state because it looks good. But do the same thing. You could punch the numbers on here and see what the market gross rents are and what the market cap rates are, and then you'll know. But again, I'm not a fan of buying out of state at all. I think it's easy to get lured into this premise of cash flow out of state, but then you end up getting stuck with, sometimes a not so great property or properties with problems. So yeah, I mean, wow, that's what 13% cap. And what am I doing wrong here? $150,000. The income. Yeah, I mean, the numbers seem insane, but that's also it makes me very nervous. It's almost like too good to be true. And I'm not saying that as in you should jump on it and buy it. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying you should be very skeptical. So can you analyze this, Chris? Okay. 3 bed, 2 bath, 1K square feet, 365, Midway City. All of the houses around it are priced in the 6 to 700K range. Okay. Interesting. And there's a 3D tour. Chris responding around 15:45 min in part 2. I posted the wrong price. It's listed at 115. Well, that's even crazier. That's even cheaper than what we're expecting. It's crazy, man. I don't know. Like, where is this thing? Uh, you know, I don't know. That makes me nervous. All right, let's look at this. Well, this one's contingent. Crap. Chris, did you get it? At Chris, did you get it? If so, post in deal analysis. So, or escrows. 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 I'm not going to analyze it if it's contingent, honestly, just because we've got so many others to look at right now. So, and I do have to, let's see. Thanks for, okay, I know we hit these. I'm going to hit, let's see what I can do here. Sam. Okay, Kevin, I need some help. I bought a 2-bedroom, 1-bath back in April. Not exactly a great wedge deal, but I was able to buy it for 150 with 5% down. I was a little gun shy about sinking money into real estate. Looking back, I really wish I would have bought a wedgier deal. Okay, well, I'm considering selling now. Yeah, don't sell. I'd hold your house. Exactly. JD is so right on. Follow that advice, Sam. JD is on point. Totally couldn't agree more. Like, don't sell it just because you feel like you didn't get the wedgiest of deal possible. So let's see. Looking at this one to live in. So Max, I posted it on the wrong price. It's in Omaha, Nebraska. I mean, let's see what your population growth is out there. I mean, you got growth. That's crazy. Hey, you know what? Look at what the market rents on cap rates are out there. You could see. You ask your realtor to give you multifamily comps, and then you'll know. And then we can analyze those too. You can post those. Looking at this one to live in a couple years can add value and become a rental. Doesn't look like there are many comps. Growing area, a fastest growing area, 30 minutes from me. Okay. Wait, which Max B are you? Max B. Max, you're this Max B, I think. Responding, I hope so. Responding around, oh, you just posted this. Responding around 47 min in. Okay. When my friend was when your friend was buying it. Oh, okay, interesting. The property is for rent, but wanted to give your opinion on why it's not renting. Well, if it's not renting, it's overpriced. It's me. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry if I tagged you wrong. Yeah. So talk to a property manager locally and figure out what the actual market price should be. But I mean, you should be able to rent that place within a week. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is awesome. All right, so hold on. Let's actually, before I get excited by this, let's see what we've got going on. Hold on. So, Discord, Max's deal. Okay, Cleveland. Let me just. Oh gosh, Max, no. I can't. I don't like that location, man. It's way too close to the 75. Way too close. It's gonna be tough, to keep tenants over there. Not excited about that. Outside of Chattanooga, I mean, location. It's a little bit outside, a little bit more rural. I like that you're close to these amenities by Publix and stuff like that at the interstate. It's a yeah, but that's a yeah, but 3 and 2 in this area. Just because you're here, I'll keep looking at it just for a sec. But ordinarily, honestly, probably wouldn't. I was afraid of that. Yeah, no, no, and it needs work too. It's just not worth it. I mean, it doesn't need a lot of work, but 159 price cut. Wait, what? 159? And what's the stuff selling for? So, what are some comps that we have over here? I'm I'm nervous to go to the other side of the freeway because neighborhoods change. But yours is 1,400 square feet. So let's go a little broader here. Apply. All right, let's see what we got. So, wait a minute. Here's a place that sold for 171. This is 159, but this is 1,000 square feet more. Sold for 171 with 1,000 square feet more, and it's not even that bad. Yikes. It seems overpriced, and it seems like a yeah, but not excited by that. Not excited at all. What's my opinion on this tiny lot single family house in master plan community? Hey, Camarillo. Well, I know this area. Okay, so this is gonna be easy for me to do. Responding around, what is it, 15? What are we, 65 minus 15? We're 50 minutes in. Responding around 50 men in. So let's see here. Yeah, I mean this is like brand spanking new construction for Ventura County. 2006 is so new. So okay, you're off Village Commons, which is a busier road. Spring Park's actually not bad. 650 though. Ouch. Why is it 650 for 2,000 square feet? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't worry about inaccurate list prices, honestly. It really doesn't matter what Zillow values it at. I know sometimes it's frustrating and why it's inaccurate. What Zillow once told me my house had sold for $4,000, and I'm like, are you serious? But okay, let's see if we can do some comps. We really need to get something. If I could find a 22, yeah, I mean, I know this property almost. I feel like I've almost been through this. I need to find everything that's close to this square footage. So we're going to go. Ideally, if I could find model matches for you, that's going to be the best case scenario. I like this deal, by the way. I do like this neighborhood. Village at the Park, it has a good reputation. And I might have to check these as well. There we go. Now we're getting our comps. All right, here we go. There we go. Okay, so your deal that you're looking at is listed for 650, but there's another model match on the busy road selling for 612. That's okay. That doesn't. Okay, here you go. 650 sold comp in September of 2018, which was on the corner of Bridgehampton, which is a little bit of a busier through street. Same freaking floor plan. Yeah, you're probably paying market value, honestly. I mean, I would try to, if I could get this thing for like 635, I'd feel a little bit better. Town Forest over here, just because prices have softened a tiny bit since 2018, but they're not like way down or anything like that. So if you could get it for like 635, I'm okay with it. Not a crazy wedge, but you could house hack that thing right away, which I like. Okay, Kevin, because you're here, I went this far. Analyzing yours. 50, what are we in? We're 68 minus 15. It's 53 minute. Okay. This is going to be the last one that I do from this sheet, and then we'll go over to deal analysis escrows. This is in Pomona. I'm a college student that attends Cal Poly, was thinking about house hacking. I think that would be great, honestly. So I know you were here. So, ooh, be careful though. That location, same thing. I mean, it's close to that freeway, backs up to Campus Drive. Find something better. I don't like it. It's almost like a double yeah, but with that location. I know it seems exciting. Probate sale, as is, yeah, wonderful, whatever. I'm just not digging the location. I can't get past that. I mean, I'm glad I looked at it because I don't want to encourage you on this, but I can't get past the location. So it's too busy. I would try to find something a little bit more inland. And I mean, let's look at it one more time though, because the price is, I mean, it's so cheap. 365. It's a campus and the freeway. I mean, it doesn't matter though. Just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's something we should really consider. Let's drop the square footage here. Yeah, it's over here, 365. And what is this? Well, everything's cheap in this neighborhood. 3 and 1. This whole neighborhood's like this. Oh, yeah. 390 over here for 3 and 1. 4 and 2 for 425. I'd much rather that deal for 425. I wouldn't even touch that, honestly. Wouldn't even touch it. All right. We got, I think, one thing to look at in deal analysis escrow. And let's see here. Tommy. Responding around 55 min in. Okay. So, want to know what you think about this off-market deal. Did you write an offer on this thing? Let's see. It's in Ohio. It's 1,500 square feet. Let's find it. Folks, we're getting a little close to busy streets today. Not digging that, but this one's a little bit off of it. So this one could be okay. It's off. Okay, this is not bad. Let's go to the Zillow here. It's 1,284 square feet, 3-bedroom, 1 bath, a little functionally obsolete. Not the biggest fan of the 1 baths. Would definitely prefer to see you looking at some kind of 3 and 2 instead. Just because it's off market doesn't make me super excited. I thought you said it's 1,500 square feet and it's showing up as 1,294. Let's see here. We got comps around 229, 165. Massive disparity between these two deals. I wonder why. Why did this? Well, this is a 3 and 1. Why did a 3 and 1? Oh, it's remodeled. So a remodeled 3 and 1 in this particular area sells for 229, but a 4 and 2. Oh, this is an apartment home. Okay, so that's complicated. Okay, so you got a good comp here, but it's summer of last year. That's a 3 and 1. There's your good comp. 229 remodeled. You're saying it's 1,500 square feet. It's showing up as a little smaller than that. If you're saying it's a 2-bath, purchase price $92K in nasty condition. Oh, I mean, I like that. But why is Zillow showing it as a 1-bath? But I mean, hey, if you say it has 2 baths, good. If it has 2 baths, there's value in this for 91K. Dual paned windows, love it. Just looking at the corner over here. Wonder if I could blow these up a little bit. Just going to do a quick kind of scroll through it. So, I mean, I like that it's got the dual pane windows. I wonder what the age. Oh, I love that you got the hazmat suit on. Well, the Tyvek. Because of the fleas. And I get that. That's smart. Yeah, rip all that carpet out of there. Honestly, you could probably, there's so few kitchen cabinets, you could just get rid of them. The flooring, if that's hardwood, you could refinish it, which it looks like it is. If you're getting that thing for 92, that's pretty good. Yeah, you could refinish those bathrooms. You could throw linoleum down in the bathrooms. But if you're getting that deal for 92K and you're saying it's a 3 and 2, that's pretty good. Even though you have to put the money into it, I like it. I like that deal a lot. So that's pretty good looking. Let's see here. Okay. So let me see what else you wrote here in the Discord. Planned renovation. Renovation budget 30K. Furnace, AC, if weighted, siding, yeah, awesome. Luxury vinyl plank throughout. You're gonna put it in yourself. Paint, clean the windowsills, tracks, awesome. Repairs, roof, gutter, awesome. Oh yeah, I saw that gutter picture. Okay, I mean I like it. Planning to get the inspection done. Comps around 220. Yeah, for the comps I pulled only 3 bedrooms. Yep. I love it. Honestly, I think it's great. I love it. Do your inspection. Let's get some more information on it. So now, and then we're gonna do Jasmine's financing question. So checking your inspection around 58 min in. So let's look at this inspection real quick. So what is this? We've got an inspection. Usually they start with a picture of the house, honestly. But what is this? This is the carport cover. Whatever. Carport cover, not that big of a deal. This roof actually, I mean, soft spots noticed. Whatever. The roof looks pretty good. Yeah, the edges, this is oftentimes where you can have water issues right at this edge here. So they're right about that. You could seal this, big deal. Recommend sealing. Okay. Not a big deal, not a big deal. Rust noted at exterior trim. So you got metal siding. Honestly, paint is going to help you extend the life of this. Paint will actually seal your metal or wood, which is valuable. Oh yeah, looks like you really use a lot of sort of repair just around the edge and paint. Paint's going to do a lot. Not so worried about that trip hazard. I mean, it is something to be concerned about. No, not that big of a deal. I mean, a little bit of what is this? A little bit of a roof leak over here. Okay. Oh yeah. Well, you can fix that. Was a Let's see what else. Some cracks. This is a pretty minor inspection so far. Check check what's going on here though. I don't like this one. That's a little bit more of an issue. What is this? Moisture staining. Notice at the flooring. Yeah, but is that under where possibly that edge leak was? Check that. Seal the kitchen counter. That's just a little gross. Very, very thorough inspector here. Any of this moisture, obviously deal with that right away. But everything here seems to be minor so far. Seems like there are a few different areas of moisture though. So solve that. Make sure you inspect that and solve what's going on there. And let's see, these valves, you could have a plumber replace these. Plumber replace the faucet, no problem. A little bit of corrosion. You could change these out if you wanted to. That's not a big deal. Okay, what is this? This is a funky Federal Pacific junction box they've got here. Oh, it's being used as a junction box. Oh, good. So they abandoned it. So that means they're probably using a newer panel now. Missing cover. That's easy. A lot of little stuff. I mean, definitely make your negotiation list. Like put all this stuff, put little values on a spreadsheet for all this. Flexible gas pipe, that's easy. Newer ducts, though, that's nice. Some tears, you can get that fixed. Refrigerant line, you could have them kind of reseal that. Usually have them come out for a service call on that. It's a funny laundry event. This is so common. Such an easy fix, though. I mean, this is just have somebody duct it to even close to an attic vent. Doesn't even have to be perfect on those. Rear burners don't ignite. This is a I really like this inspection because there's so much little stuff that I feel like you could probably do some good grinding on the price, but nothing about it scares me, which I like. So I do like that inspection report. Okay. Now Jasmine got her final points. Let's do that. And then other questions I'm gonna have to get back to with just over time here, probably over the weekend, to slowly start replying to some questions to catch up. Because I was in Seattle, I got a little bit behind. But let's go ahead and use our 7.5 year spreadsheet. We should all know how to use these spreadsheets from the points sections, but we'll show you. Jasmine's doing a refinance. And let's see, we're going to go with okay, these are all of the 6 options. How many can I put on? I can put 5 on here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull from here on 3.875. So notice all we have to do, all we're doing is we're going to take the rate, pop in the rate, and then we need to pop in the points, which the points are right here. Perfect. Oh, this is great. I don't even have to convert the math. This is wonderful. I mean, this is really, folks, just plugging and playing the information for you. So negative 0.25 at 4%. Then we've got 4.375 at negative 0.5%. Then we have, and remember, like, do your own double checking on this math. Who knows? My spreadsheet could be wrong, although nobody's challenged it yet, which is good. 4.625 minus 1.25. Okay. Yeah, so basically what we're doing is we're putting in the different interest rates. Then we're putting in the credits that either you're paying or you're getting back. And that translates to the amounts, but this is going to be based on a loan amount of $270,000. So let's modify that. And the down payment, I'll put 0 because the loan amount is 270, so that's fine. And let's see what we get. Wow. Really? Why? It likes 3.875, the best in all scenarios. This is on the 7.5 here. Wow, that's shocking. Whole savings for buy down. Okay. I mean, I'm trying to make sure I'm not making a mistake here, but this spreadsheet really likes let me do this. Let me see if I can try to manipulate it here. Da, 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 da. No, what am I doing? Am I doing? I feel like I'm doing something wrong because ordinarily I'm not going to have a straight green line like that on the 7.5 year. I should be seeing negative. Oh, wait a minute. These amounts aren't updating. That's why. Yeah. Okay. See, the amounts aren't moving. I knew something was wrong. This is why I use the spreadsheets that we have in the course because they'll actually update when this happens. See, I did this, I used this, and then I must have saved it from another deal analysis. And these actual amounts didn't update because that did not feel right. So let's do this together here. Okay, so the way we want to do this is you make a quick little formula, and you're going to go this, a loan amount, times points. But these are percentages. Hold on. So these need to be percentages. There we go. Let's clean this spreadsheet up. I should have honestly not saved when I did this the last time. So I copy and paste it over. That's what I did. So let's make these percentages again. There we go. I'm going to have to redo this really quick. 0.25. There we go. 0.25, negative 0.25. Put the formula in again. There we go. Okay. Now we're talking. Now we're talking how to use this spreadsheet. 4%, 4 okay, this is going to be negative 0.5%, negative 0.5%, negative 0.875, negative 1.25. Okay, because my expectation is the higher rate should be better on the 7.5 year. Here we go. That's more in line with my expectation, that it really likes the 4.37. Well, hold on. No. Okay. There we go. 0.5. Okay. There's the stair step we want. We want usually this separation where you have these different options highlighted. Let's confirm one more time that we did all the numbers correctly. If you use the spreadsheet in the lecture, you won't have these problems because I'm going to save this now that I fixed it. So let's confirm. We have our 270 loan amount. We have our 3.875. I might go ahead and try the 3.75 just for giggles because we're getting some more options over here. It seems like any of these higher options don't end up working out, even in the shorter term 7.5 year spreadsheet, which if you're going to refinance after a couple years, then usually these are going to become more desirable. But I'm going with 7.5 as your average, but you always want to ask yourself, how long do you expect to keep this loan? If I go ahead and now compare to this is let's go ahead and drop in here. Right now, it seems to me like the 4% is more desirable, but let's drop in 3.75 and then do 0.6. 3.75 and 0.6. Oh, 3.75 is not bad though. 3.75, that's not bad. So I'd be between the 3.75 or the 4.0 in on your cash out refinance deal. So honestly, probably be more inclined to go with, in your case, probably I might take that 3.75. It doesn't seem like a bad deal for your scenario. So it's rounded from 3.99. So is there anything else that you could add with your options? Not a fan of paying price. Yeah, I like the higher points. That's sort of my gut. But based on this pricing that you're getting, if you keep this loan for 7.5 years, the 3.75 to 4% range does not seem bad. If you think you're going to refinance this loan in 2 to 3 years, take the higher points. Take the higher interest rate. But yeah, definitely take a peek at explore the spreadsheet a little bit yourself. The biggest question you want to ask yourself is, how long do you think you're going to keep this loan? That's how you know how to pick this. The shorter term you're going to have this loan, the higher rate. What would be the point to refi in a few years? Well, I mean, some people want to refinance it just depends. Some people want to sell in a few years. Some people want to refinance in a few years because they want to take out another 20 grand in cash out. Who knows? Maybe rates dropped another 0.25% or something like that. A lot of things can happen. But yeah, I mean, right now you might not see a point to refinance in a few years. So I'm between that 3.75 to 4%. If you're keeping it long term, I don't think you could go wrong either way with either of those options, and you're taking a good amount of cash out. So I'm comfortable with in your scenario. If you're going to keep it long term, you think you're going to keep this loan for at least 7.5 years, I'm okay with you paying the points in this scenario. So yeah, there we have it. Okay, folks, I'm going to get back to other questions in the Discord over time. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. And until next